We're here at the Warner Theater because originally we were to perform at the Kennedy Center. Hoo-hoo. And the Kennedy Center thought that would be great, and then they saw the tape of my last HBO special. And they called up HBO and said, "Do you know how many times Mr. Black said fuck?" And they said no, and they went 42. That meant there was some asshole in an office somewhere in the bowels of the Kennedy Center watching my performance going, one fuck, two fucks. And they said that that kind of performance would not be a good representation of the center. And therefore, I could perform there. However, HBO could not say that I had performed there. I couldn't say it while I was on stage. They couldn't even show the front of the building. So I guess they wanted the show to be called Louis Black Live from fucking Nowhere. "42 fucks is too many. I wonder what the line is." 40 would have been fine, and then, oh no, he's gone crazy. But then the folks here at the Warner Theater were kind enough to pick me up, and I appreciate it. They have an 80 fuck limit here. I thought it was odd that the Cheney and that's all I got to say. Isn't it great that we've reached that point? You don't even have to say Dick Cheney, the vice president who shot his friend in the face while hunting. Dick Cheney, everybody goes, wah, and we move on. He went quail hunting. Quail hunting. He went hunting for quail. You do not use the words hunt and quail together in a sentence. You don't hunt for quail. You might track quail. You might walk behind them, wondering what kind of a miserable fuck existence do you have? They're this big. They're tiny little birds. They barely fuck fly. And they clip their wings. They clipped their wings so they couldn't fly any higher than 10 feet. Are you fucking kidding me? Unbelievable. And you shoot them with birdshot. Not like a BB gun, which could do the job. No, birdshot, which is like just a spray of just fucking metal and shit. And then you gotta wait till the dust clears. Did I hit anything? Going quail hunting is like saying I'm going fishing and going to a goldfish bowl and going, got it! I am not a hunter. For those of you who probably thought, wow, he'd look good in orange. But I don't hunt because I was born and raised Jewish, and there's a group of the Jewish people who have no motor or mechanical skills. And I am one of them. It's just by the grace of God I can actually wipe myself. But it seems to me if you're gonna hunt, you've gotta really hunt, okay? The bird has to be able to fly around, and you have to have a bullet so you can kind of go, okay, let's get it. Or you should have to hunt deer, something that's moving about. Or better yet, what you really should hunt is like something like a bear, something that can eat your feet. They were hunting in a place that rich people pay to hunt at. Okay? They actually, they drive them to where the animals are. That is not fucking hunting. There's a fence around the place. Son of a bitch. That means they track in the deer. Oh, look, we got him in the corner. They turned a petting zoo into Auschwitz. But I tell you, the hunting party was upset about the accident because the next day they were going to hunt rabbits with multiple sclerosis. I don't know much about hunting, but from what I can gather, the hunters are generally in a line, okay? You don't get in a circle and go, let's get it. One guy doesn't stand in front about 20 feet and going, okay, fire! So that means that he's standing here and his friend is there. How do you think it happened? I got it, bam! You can't say I mistook you for the strangest job that I've had in quite some time occurred last year. When I was invited to perform at the Congressional Correspondents' Dinner here in Washington, D.C. I couldn't believe they called. I said, have all the other comics died? Have you seen my act? What are you thinking? Do you want me to just come in and scare them? Boogie, boogie, boogie. Being born and raised around here, I wasn't really sure that's what I wanted to do. I knew these people, and there are going to be 2,000 of them there. These are the people, the White House staff, the Congress, the congressional staff, correspondents, lawyers, lobbyists, all of the movers and shakers here in Washington. And the President of the United States would be seated right here. I would be here, and he would be here. I would turn, and there'd be. I could pet him. To give you an idea of the degree of difficulty of this gig, it is, and this is very graphic. My job as a comedian is to go into the audience and take the stick that is wedged firmly up each and every one of their asses, take it out ever so slowly, sniff it. I told you. Place it back from whence it came, and then turn to them and go, you're absolutely right, your shit doesn't stick. I called my parents, who still live around here, and I told them about the job, and I said, I don't think I want to do it. I don't think I want to take it. These people are way, way too uptight. And my parents said, you better fucking take it! We lived here all our lives. We never get to see shit like that. So I called the gentleman up who called me and said, I'll do it because my parents are making me. The first thing he said was, "You can't use any bad language." And I said, "Well, it's going to be a short evening." You mean bad language, like language that one might use at the fucking Kennedy Center? There's no such thing as bad language. I don't believe that anymore. It's ridiculous. They call it a debasing of the language. No. We are adults. These are the words that we use to express frustration, rage, anger, in order that we don't pick up a tire iron and beat the shit out of someone. What do people say? What is the good language you're supposed to use that's supposed to help you overcome certain things? What do people say who don't use those words? Somebody who after 40 years loses their job, is fired, let's say, or let go, and they lose their pension and their welfare and their benefits. They lose everything. They sit on the couch all day going, "Oh, pussy feathers. Sassafras, sassafras, sassafras." I know you don't use bad language in front of these people. I understand that. Okay? Because these people are the movers and the shakers. These are the people who are our first line of defense when it comes to the terrorist threat. But the word shit makes them cry. Why did he say poopy? Why did he say poopy? The White House, it turned out, had called and wanted to know if I was going to bash the president. And I said I hadn't thought of it until just this moment. I am certainly not going to bash the president because he is right here. He could hit me right in the nutsack. And I'm not going to wear a cup while I perform. It chafes, it chafes. He asked me to do my act. He apologized. He said, "I really hate to do this to you," but he said, "You know, if it was up to me, I think it'd be fine, but because I think the president has a great sense of humor." And I said, "I will be the judge of that." And then he said the reason he had to hear the act was because the president's handlers wanted to know what I was going to say in order to be sure that the president could handle it. That's the joke. I've got no joke. I've tried to come up with a joke, but it's the kind of thing you say it, and it's like you eat too much ice cream and your head freezes and a tear. The president has handlers. I know that Bill Clinton had a handler. I know that, but handlers? The president has handlers? What is he, like a bear? What, do they need a big chunk of meat to get him from meeting to meeting? Come on. Come on. Let's go over here. We're going to Air Force One. He needs handlers? Are you kidding me? The president who said to the terrorists, "Bring it on," the dumbest thing ever uttered by anyone, anywhere. He's the president. He's the leader of the free world, and I am Schmucky the Clown. You're gonna tell me I could say something? And he would laugh so hard his head would start spinning and he'd be spitting up, and then he'd jump up and start going nuts and running around. Holy fuck, get the meat! Somebody get the meat! Jesus, get the meat already! Look, he's out in the audience, he's biting Democrats. I arrived in Washington, D.C., and I went to the Hilton where it was taking place, and they said, that the president wouldn't be able to be there that evening because he had to leave to go to the funeral of the Pope, who had just recently passed away. And at that point, I, a Jew, felt that the Pope should be nominated for sainthood. Because he had performed a miracle. He'd made the president disappear. He died so that I could live. They then told me that since the president couldn't make it, that Vice President Cheney would be there instead. That is exactly the same sound that was inside my head. Only it was much louder, and in the background, 10,000 chimps were shitting. Now I've got Vice President Cheney. Holy fuck. I guess the Pope knew I was a Jew. You have to understand that I devoted 4 months of my life to this 20 minutes. I had to. Ask any comedian who's done the gig. You have to work and work. I had to spend day after day transforming whatever the fuck it is that I'm doing up here into a precise series of very refined knock-knock jokes. The room that I was performing in was the room that my senior prom was in. And so I opened with the following line. I said that I feel exactly the same way that I felt at the night of my prom. That I'm wearing a tuxedo, I feel awkward, and once again, I'm not gonna get lucky. If you were the adults, you would have said laid. Laid is the reason you laugh at Lucky. You don't go, Lucky, well, I guess he's playing Yahtzee. But you have to say Lucky in front of them. You cannot say laid. They do not want to hear that word. That is another word that makes them cry. I spent 20 minutes up there, and it was the longest 20 minutes of my life. Because the entire time that I performed, my brain was going, say fuck, say fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. Don't say fuck, he said fuck, you can say fuck too. But I made it. I didn't snap, I got through it, and when I was done, they gave me a standing ovation. And when I should have felt this immense sense of pride in performing something that I did not think could be done, at that point where I should have felt as proud as I've ever been as a comedian, I felt like a whore. Obviously, many of you have never felt that, and God bless you. But I did. I felt like a whore. I felt that really it would be more patriotic and I'd be better if I'd just been in like a little pink dress with a blonde fright wig and some rouge and glitter, because the guys like that, and been blowing sailors who were going to leave for Iraq for $5 a pop. And sure, they wouldn't have been happy, but neither would I, okay? My parents were there, and they're both in their late 80s, and they are so they're like, well, like salt and pepper shakers. And Paul Wolfowitz raced up to them afterwards, and you have to realize that Paul Wolfowitz is a neoconservative who's designed many of the programs that President Bush seemed to follow. And neoconservative, by the way, most people don't know what it means. I know. It's someone who watches The Matrix and believes it's real. My parents don't really like Paul Wolfowitz, and whenever he's on TV, they literally just go, "Arr, arr, 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 arr." And I have to throw down a Chewy toy and let them tussle for a while. Then rub both their bellies till they calm down. He races up after my performance and hugs the two of them. And they said it was the creepiest moment of our lives. We don't even like this guy. And now we gotta be nice to him. We can't say anything to him because he liked you so much. And I thought, wow, now I know why I'm a whore. My parents are whores too. And as we were leaving the room, my parents turned to me and went, "Don't you ever do anything like this bullshit again."